Now, trying to build a vault out of a mountain is a pretty difficult task, especially with how this looks right now. And in order to make this vault look very good, I'm going to have to clear out a ton of stone. And doing it with a bunch of iron pickaxes and this one regular diamond pickaxe is not amazing. So off camera, what I ended up doing was going around and killing a bunch of cows and looting some villages, and I got enough leather needed to build an enchantment table. And in my house here, if we go all the way upstairs, I do have a temporary enchantment table set up, but I almost have enough bookshelves. I think I'm missing 3 of them, so I need to wait for some sugarcane to grow. And while I'm doing that, I also need to get myself an actual enchantment table, because currently I have 0 obsidian and also 0 diamonds. So I think for the first part of today's episode, it would be right just to go mining. I am back home, and as you can see, I got a decent amount of iron and gold. Also got some lapis and redstone, but right here in the middle, you can see 12 total diamonds, which is amazing. This is definitely enough to make myself a full set of tools and maybe a piece of armor. As you also saw, I did find a spider spawner and a mine shaft, which is amazing to have, and I might actually turn it into a XP grinder, because killing a bunch of spiders would also be a good way to get wool in case I needed it for a build. But now, to finally make what I went down there for, an enchant table. And you are going to go right there for now. And it does only go up to 22 levels, so I'm going to have to go and grab a little bit more bookshelves. But let's see what we have. Fortune 3, I like that. Oh, I don't have enough levels yet. That's unfortunate. Okay, I need a couple more levels. I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. Finally, Fortune 3. And that is a great pickaxe. E4 on breaking 3, Fortune 3. I could not have asked for anything better. For the axe, we got E4. What do you got on the sword here? Fire aspect 2. On the shovel, also E4. So I think the next thing I'm going to go for is an axe, actually. Because I'm going to need a lot of wood for this door that I'm going to be putting on my vault. Alright, I'm back home. Let's enchant this axe, and it just gives us E4. That's unfortunate, but what do we got for a shovel? Unbreaking 3, and it's just Unbreaking 3. Okay, well, that's not amazing, but now I'm going to go to sleep, and then I'm going to start actually building the vault. So here is my vault. Now this is just the door. I haven't done the interior yet, and I do have some amazing ideas for the interior. But as you can see, it's basically just a giant wood door with a comically large sized lock. You know those old locks that you see in like horror games or whatever? You got that big key you gotta put into? Yeah, that's what this is. But I do need another gold block, so I'm gonna have to go mining for that. But I do have some ideas for this area that makes this giant door make sense. So what I'm thinking of doing to this area is adding a whole bunch of pirate ships going through, or merchant ships, and the idea is they would be passing through and just see this giant door that they can't pass. They wonder what's behind it. Also, I will have to extend the wall all the way down to the bottom there, but that's a job for off-camera me. Now for the interior. So this area right here is going to still be a little bit of water. I wanted to keep some water in here because I do imagine the idea of this thing opening up like a sliding door and then having a ship dock in here just a little bit, just enough to get like a ramp down on the ground over here, and you would like offload all the loot that you would find from robbing everybody else as a pirate. But this area is going to have a nice oak wood floor. There's going to be some carpets that's going to cover a secret entrance that's going to lead from this level down there, and it's going to hold a bunch of gold blocks, emerald blocks, redstone, like all the different ores and like chests full of valuable items. But this area will also lead to other parts of my base. So I have an idea of building a balcony right at that level right there, and it's going to be on both sides. It's going to be a little balcony that sticks out, but if you walk down the hallways that'll be dug out on this side and this side, one side over here will lead to like a giant chest room or maybe a giant auto smelter, and then this side will lead to villager areas where villager breeders or villager pods and trading and all that, because I really love building mountain bases like I said in the first episode. So having everything inside of a mountain is just my main idea. But just because it is my main idea does not mean that the only thing built will be inside mountains. I have some really cool ideas for stuff over there, but you're gonna have to wait and see because those episodes have not been created yet, and I don't want to spoil everything too much. So I'm back with all the materials I need to build my interior. I also got this ominous banner, and that was because a bunch of the ugly guys showed up and they just drowned. They got stuck underneath there, and well, free banner, I guess. But I think without further ado, let's get started. The interior for the first part of the vault is now done. As you can see, I added a whole bunch of lamps here on the side, a bunch of lamps on the ceiling, as well as I added some mossy cobblestone, tuff, and andesite. And the reason I added these blocks is because I envisioned this room to be very damp, because it's right next to the water. There's water inside here, so it's going to be very humid. The moisture is going to get into the stone, and some of it's going to turn into mossy cobblestone. Some of it's going to be like tuff, which is like a very brittle stone that you really see it falling apart. And then andesite somewhere in the middle between perfect stone and like completely destroyed. And then I also added some of the dripstone up top to kind of make like stalactites. And overall, I think it actually turned out amazing for this portion. I might detail this area up here because it does look a little bit bland, but I think it's time to move on to the actual vault itself, and that is going to be down here. Now, this area is not going to be extremely big, but it's going to be the exact opposite of what's up there. It's going to be very clean and very deliberate, so a lot of quartz blocks, a lot of detail on certain areas, just to sort of embody the average rich person, I want everybody to see all my wealth type of thing. So here is my finished vault. As you can see, you'll come down the ladder here, and I decided to add birch on the corners because I didn't want this place to feel modern, because it's not really a modern vault. This entire area is sort of a pirate themed, so they'd be using a lot of wood in the walls as well as stone brick. But I did add some quartz for the ceiling and for the floor to show that this is sort of like a rich person's place. In the corner here, I added a little fish tank, but I don't have any fish in it yet. I also stacked a bunch of redstone, lapis, have iron here. There's supposed to be a diamond block hanging, but I need to go get some more diamonds for that. I added a throne here, which the person can just sit and stare at all their nice, wonderful loot they've acquired. I also have some tools here on the side. These will eventually become enchanted diamond tools or netherite tools, but for now, I'm just going to keep them as iron. And overall, I'm happy the way this tiny little vault turned out. I do need to add some more finishing touches here, like some carpet going across, but overall, this build is pretty much done. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers here on the channel. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye, and have a great day.